Hello everyone, I welcome all you to this pharma family. So for each and every pharma student, while they are collecting a case in a hospital and they are going to present in their college, everyone is having a doubt that how we have to present a perfect case presentation. Here for presenting a case presentation, they are having different types of formats. Here I am going to discuss you how to prepare a SOAP format presentation, especially used for the pharma students, that is PharmD students. See, first before going to a presentation, we should not use a multiple different types of animations. We should use a plain format like case presentation on obsessive compulsive disorder, as I taken an example of psychiatric disorder. And before going to a case, we have to give brief introduction. That introduction should be sweet and short, and we have to define a perfect definition. And it should include some of the images which can bring their attention towards the case, to the persons who are listening to your case. Introduction we have to keep, followed by different types of images which describes your case, and the symptoms, what are the different types of symptoms, and you have to use a minimum of different images which increase the attention towards your presentation. It should be sweet and short. And what are the different types of cycles, different steps in the OCD cycle. Like this we have to keep a flow chart. If we keep a text, no one is visible, no one listen to your presentation, or no one read the entire discussion present in your presentation. Just they want to see a flow chart, they will come under a clear cut point. Later, different types of causes, risk factors and diagnosis. Like this, all this should be in a short forms, and you should not prolong this like we are writing in an exam like pharmacotherapy exams. In that way it should not be, it should be like a fast. Here what you are saying, for example, if you are saying the diagnosis based on the signs and symptoms, you should not read what is there like that, and you have to explain that what are the signs and symptoms, and what medical history you are basing, and what family history you are basing, and what type of questionnaires you ask to the patient. Next, followed by the treatment. What are the goals you are going to, and explain that correlate with your case whether these goals are achieved in your case or not. And pharmacotherapy. Here you just mention the different type of categories that are used into that case in that specific condition. If you use the different types of entire drugs, it brings their what is this irritation, they'll think like that. So we have to give only categories, then oral explanation will be very good to the persons who are listening your presentation, and it will bring a very good attraction to your presentation and to the way your communication skills also gets developed. And coming to the treatment algorithm, for every case you have to give a treatment algorithm in a better way. To what type of here? First, in these antidepressants, SSRIs or you are given in the first step. If it is not, then you have to combine with CBTs and 2 SSRIs and different type of, like this you have to explain in detail, and how the drugs are given in your case also you have to correlate here itself, so that they'll come to a consideration that what you are presenting and what type of treatment given in your case that is equal to that correlates with the standards of the guidelines. Next, coming to the SOAP notes, we have to give a short note that is subject to evaluation, that indicates past medical history, family history or past medication history if it is there, and what type of complaints the patient admitted in the hospital, and what were the subject to evaluation you have done, including the past medical history, family history, medication history, and sometimes the social history also needs. Coming to the next slide, we have to go with objective evaluation. This objective evaluation will be on 3 different, that is general examination. By seeing to the patient, how the patient was comes under general examination. Either the patient was conscious and coherent. Coming to the physical examination was the physical parameters, vital signs you have seen to the patient like BP, pulse rate, CVS examination, so abdomen either soft or soft or tender. In that way you have to go with physical examination by touching the patient or by observing the condition of that patient. Coming to the systemic examination, whether the gastrointestinal system was proper, normal or not, whether CNS is okay, that is central nervous system is okay, CVS cardiovascular system was okay, we have to go. Here in the objective evaluation, you have to mention the laboratory investigations here itself based on the vitals. I mean, day-to-day vitals you have to mention. On day 1, the vitals are like this and they are advised with these laboratory investigations. On day 2, the vitals are this and these laboratory investigations are advised by the physician. You have to come across these in objective evaluation itself. In subjective, we are discussing about the complaints and family history, medication history, whatever the information we have. And in objective evaluation, what when a patient admitted in the hospital, what are the objective signs you have seen should come under objective evaluation. Next, followed by direct point, that is assessment, based on what subjective data that indicates what are the subjective, that is chief complaints, and objective evaluation. Here in this case, objective evaluation is by asking them questionnaires about the symptom and his daily activities. So the patient was diagnosed with the condition. After completing writing this assessment, we have to make a tabular column indicating that whether the condition is mild or moderate or severe, and whether it can be manageable with medications or we have to go with the surgery plan. In that way we have to write, and you have to mention even etiology. For this case, what is the etiology of occurrence of this disease, we have to mention. This will bring the attention to the listener who is seeing on your presentation. It will give a clear-cut answers for the case what you are going to say. Coming to the planning. Plan indicates what the medication we are giving to the patient when he was in the hospital. On the day 1, how the vitals was there, and based on his complaints, the treatment was given. You have to write simultaneously, which indicates on day 1 based on his vitals and the treatment. Again on day 2, he was given, the vitals was found to be normal and the patient was given with some olanzapine, that is anti-anxiety drug, and antidepressants, and different types of drugs are given. On day 3 and day 4, the patient was normal and maintained the same condition. And here we have to know that if in day 2 we are having any complaint, you have to mention here itself. In here the day 2, you have to mention what are the complaint the patient was there. On day 5, all the vitals was found to be normal. Here, before writing to the medications, here the way will be very good, and you have to write the frequency of the usage, when either morning or afternoon or night you are prescribing the drug. Coming to the based on these complaints and based on this day vitals, how the medication was continued and what were the drug is added and what basis the drug was added. You have to mention everything here itself in the plan on day-to-day plan. After completion of writing day-to-day plan, you have to mention the discharge medications in a separate tabular column. For how many days you are going to give the discharge medication, you have to write that. Review after something that days. And you have to write the medication chart in a whole tabular column, which indicates you can explain them, which drug is given on which day and why the drug is stopped on that one day and why it is increased that dose and how frequency that given and what dose is given. It sometimes will be better writing the actual dose of the drug. For example, risperidone dose here itself given as 2 mg. Here you can write the average dose, that is 2 mg to 16 mg. Based on the severity, the dose was adjusted to only 2 mg. Like that you can say. You can write the doses, average dose also you can mention, which looks very good. And coming to the patient counseling, which is a major step. As every pharmacy student, we are having major role in giving a counseling to the patient. We should not write a small points like take a this diet and we have to maintain the regular medications, we have to adhere to these medications, we have to maintain that. It's writing that will doesn't sense to the other person who is listening. It looks it won't be good. If we write in a different way, it will be very good. Like you have to counsel the patient regarding 3 types, that is regarding disease, regarding medications and regarding lifestyle modifications. Coming to the regarding disease, for the disease, what was the basic information that should know to the patient, we have to write the in regarding disease. And coming to the regarding medications, what type of the drugs are given to the patient while discharged and how the drug to be taken. That means what type of dose to be taken and how the dose to be taken and what will happen if we miss the dose and what are the side effects that cause to the patient when taken the drug, all should be included. For each and every drug we have to give a patient counseling to the patient or respective. Here taking an example, what is the diazepam, why we have taken the drug and how the drug to be taken, and we have to write the what are the different type of side effects that occur with the drug and what happens if we miss the dose. Everything should be included here itself. And coming to the major other step is regarding lifestyle modifications. Here you can mention different types of lifestyle modifications that needs for that patient, like avoiding some factors, or you have to advising some different factors. Here you can observe here advise to try acupuncture and promote the patient to use relaxing oils and advise the patient to take adequate sleep. In this type of suggestions you can write it the changing in the lifestyle modifications you can include in regarding lifestyle modifications. And coming to the final step, the references. Here you should not mention different types of references in different formats. For the reference, it is having a measure one of the Vancouver style model. In that model you have to mention the first author's name and followed by the article name with following year name, edition and with page numbers. If it is an article, first writing editor's name is very important. It should be in italics and sometimes it can be in a normal font. When you are writing a textbook, you can write that it's a textbook name and the what author of that name and the year you can write. But writing in the references in a Vancouver style will it's a correct format for presenting a case presentation and writing a reference. By this I finished the presenting a showing a presentation of a case for a pharma students in a SOAP format. This helps you a lot. And if this reaches you and if it is good for you, you can like and subscribe to my channel.